It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showcase of shutdown defenses. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. That heavy brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They run with Spiller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. This is Spiller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On first down, it's Herbert. It's complete to Williams. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard.
Here's Spiller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now Spiller. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Point after here coming up. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We talked about prior to the game, but it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
When you often speak of scripts to start a game, does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Play action. It's Herbert. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this good position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. And he's got it. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll give to Spiller. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Koo for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Chargers offense back onto the field.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
To the air again, Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Herbert now to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Faking the give, now Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Watson. That's complete to John Ross.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Handoff comes to Chubb. The tackle made there by Takk McKinley. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now it's Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 line, you got to love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is caught by Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Herbert throwing again. And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Palmer. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Herbert on 3rd down now. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Pass incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Buying time. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Browns. There he goes, right side. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 47-yard attempt.
So that challenge is successful. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And able to get this out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Michael Gallup, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Patrick Mahomes, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 16, Watson. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Watson. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. To the air yet again, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception. They've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Browns 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going up top. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what?
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken it around the 40. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Let's go, let's go. At the 5-yard line.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Here's Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a big loss of 5 there on second down to bring up third and goal.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gay's kick is good, and that gets them back within 10. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And Gay knocks this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
From the 31, Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. Not much there, only a yard.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 18. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 134 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run. Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try to take you out of that.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On the ground, it's Chubb. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Chubb. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Second and 11 now. They'll try the air now with Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's Herbert. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Jamie Gillen as he's on to punt for L.A. That's pulled in at the 32. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a throw here to his running back, and he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Let's go. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 11. 1:53 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Watson to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw, Watson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken at about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they run it with Spiller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for L.A. Fielded at the 33. And now the attention, it turns to the Browns. Trailing by a field goal. 1:14 to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10.
Now Watson.
Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Watson now to throw.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cleveland,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.